From the heart-stopping plunge of a Soviet-made Mi-8 helicopter to the sudden descent of a light aircraft into dense Swedish foliage, these aviation incidents highlight importance of preparedness and coordination in averting potential disasters in the blue skies. Let's get it on. Moments after taking off in Sweden, a light aircraft veered off course, crashing into the dense foliage of nearby trees. Oh no! Fortunately, all 5 passengers were unharmed. Oh no! The small plane veered off course, crashing into a dense thicket behind a nearby business adjacent to Robertson Airport. Luckily, it was not burn and hope the pilot was okay. A Thai airline plane crashed and burst into flames while preparing to land. The skilled pilot managed to guide the aircraft to a landing on a nearby beach. Hoping for the best for both the crew and passengers, the dramatic situation gripped onlookers with a mixture of fear and anticipation. The other passengers were eventually rescued miraculously. A failed plane at air show at Mildenhall, Suffolk in 1983. It was a sad result after request of creating an impromptu air show, as the planned display was delayed due to bad weather. In a startling incident, a small aircraft crash landed in a residential back garden in Cheltenham, located just 2.5 miles from Gloucestershire Airport. The 76-year-old pilot skillfully deployed his parachute, emerging unscathed from the ordeal, and fire services promptly neutralized the fuel on board the plane. So great! If you find some interesting things from our videos, please comment what you like so we can make more videos. Thanks much. Now continue. Miraculously, the pilot walks away unhurt. A security video capturing this entire thing as people run to see if they can help out. The plane then explodes into flames. A dramatic footage from Brazil, where a rescue helicopter literally fell to pieces on landing at an airstrip in the north of the country. An explanation for the disintegration was that the ground at the landing strip was too uneven. Yes, luckily the 4-man crew was okay. Dramatic images showed the detached rotor blade still spinning as it fell in Norwegian helicopter crash in 2016. So terrible. Plumes of smoke rose from the spot where the aircraft crashed into the North Sea in an area dotted with small islands. A small plane crashed into a Miami bridge, narrowly missing cars and traffic before hitting an SUV. Oh my God! Miraculously, a mother and her 2 children inside the SUV walked away without major injuries. Like video, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to watch more amazing moments. Due to a major problem, a Soviet-made Mi-8 helicopter crashes. It wobbled dramatically. In the end, he couldn't keep his balance, collided with himself, broke his tail, and then caught fire. Landing on highway? What do you think about it? This is a shocking video of an aircraft in emergency landing on highway in Quebec. It's Piper Par 28. Wow, smooth landing skills. And kept fluid with traffic before to stop on the exiting ramp lane. So great. So fast, so furious, but amazing. Wonderful footage. An unbelievable scene unfolded in Minneapolis as a small plane was forced to make an emergency landing on a busy highway. Captured by traffic cameras, the pilot skillfully guided the single-engine aircraft onto the road amidst moving vehicles. The incident, which occurred on a Wednesday night, drew attention and concern from onlookers. Fortunately, no injuries were reported, but the event highlighted the quick thinking and precision required during emergency situations in aviation. A multi-plane crash took place at Orlando Sanford International Airport. It's taking a lot of effort to put that fire out, surely. A helicopter crash in Waldorf, Maryland, narrowly avoided homes and a community pool, occurring at 10 a.m. amidst a Sunday morning. Witnesses were startled by a loud boom as the aircraft landed in a neighborhood backyard. Despite initial confusion and fear, the 3 occupants was not injured. Its reason is a malfunction during power line inspection. Crashing into the dense foliage of Calaveras County near Lake Comanche airstrip. Miraculously, both occupants emerged unscathed as firefighters located the wreckage on a secluded dirt runway. An error landing of a Vietjet Air at Tan Son Nha Airport, Vietnam. The pilot had to take off again immediately after the rear wheels touched the runway for the first landing. Recently, a small plane crash in Cape Coral occurred after the pilot signaled potential engine trouble. The aircraft, then relocated from the road to a grassy area, awaits further investigation. The aftermath reveals no casualties or property damage.
An explosion at a house in the U.S. state of New Jersey on February 2015. The catastrophic event unfolded swiftly as an active gas leak prompted immediate response from authorities, triggering a frantic evacuation of the vicinity. Despite concerted efforts by the gas company to localize and contain the leak, a deafening explosion ripped through the area. Its force was unforgiving, scattering debris across a wide expanse. House rooftops displaced, streets cluttered with fragments. The shock wave's reach was immense, inflicting concussive damage on numerous houses spanning from the 30 block to the 90 block of Oak Avenue. The aftermath painted a scene of devastation and an unfortunate testament to the power unleashed by the unforeseen explosion. A Japan Airlines aircraft was engulfed in flames at Tokyo's Haneda Airport on January 2nd. The passenger aircraft caught fire after colliding with a Coast Guard plane on the runway. Accidents like these can be frightening, but it's fortunate that all 400 passengers and crew were safely evacuated from the aircraft. Praise God. A massive cargo ship, Felicity Ace, laden with luxury cars bound for the U.S., sank about 400 kilometers off of Portugal's Azores Islands, that in the mid-Atlantic 13 days after a fire broke out on board. The Panama-flagged Felicity Ace sank as efforts to tow it began, due to structural problems caused by the fire and rough seas. When the towing started, water started to come in. The ship lost its stability and sank. Ocean-going tugboats with firefighting equipment had been hosing down the ship's hull to cool it. A salvage team had put out the fire. A Portuguese Air Force helicopter evacuated the 22 crew members when the fire first broke out, setting the ship adrift. It was not clear how many cars were on the ship, but vessels of the Felicity Ace's size can carry at least 4,000 vehicles. Suspicion on what started the fire on February 16th has fallen on lithium batteries used in electric vehicles, although the ship is non-electric vehicles. The ship was carrying 2,000 metric tons of fuel and 2,000 metric tons of oil. It carried more than 17,000 metric tons of cargo. Insurance experts said the incident could result in the losses of $334.5 million, a very large number. Join the conversation with us, share your thoughts, and hit that subscribe button to receive our most updated videos.
Oh my god, it's on fire! Oh my god! Sorry.
Other video of a cargo ship on fire in the middle of the ocean. Its container ship carrying 25 tons of nitric acid is still burning after it caught fire off the coast of Sri Lanka on May 18, 2022. You can see a thick plume of smoke billowed into the sky that's visible for miles. The ship's hull devoured by relentless fire. The haunting backdrop of the burning vessel against the serene ocean encapsulated a stark reminder of the perilous unpredictability that can strike even the most formidable structures amidst nature's realm. The Indiana State Fairgrounds became the site of a devastating tragedy when a sudden gust of wind triggered the collapse of a stage. The event sparked investigations into the construction integrity of the steel scaffolding and raised questions about crowd safety protocols amidst approaching storms. The scene was chaotic, with screams piercing the air as metal lights and sound equipment crashed down upon concertgoers. The aftermath led to the closure of the fairgrounds, Sugarland's cancellation of their show in solidarity and sharing. In St. Petersburg, a deafening roar shattered the calm. A towering crane, perched high above a construction site, suddenly buckled and crashed, sending workers scrambling in terror. Dust and debris filled the air. Shocking security video captures the moment of Harbor Bridge crane failure on May 2023. In 2020, there was a tragic incident in Brazil where a ferry collided with a bridge pillar in the state of Amapá, causing a section of the bridge to collapse. This collision occurred on the Rio Moju Bridge in the city of Moju. The impact resulted in a portion of the bridge collapsing into the river below, obstructing an important transportation route. The incident raised concerns about infrastructure safety and the need for thorough inspections and maintenance to prevent such accidents.
In the early hours of a normal morning in 2020, a significant explosion rocked a refinery in Philadelphia, unleashing massive flames and billowing plumes of smoke. The explosion's impact was so intense that it reverberated through homes as far away as New Jersey. Fortunately, there are no reported injuries, and the air quality is deemed safe. This incident follows a previous fire at the same oil refining complex earlier in the month, raising concerns and prompting a thorough investigation into the cause. You're watching a one-story commercial building, identified as the Smoketox warehouse distributor in LA, engulfed in flames. The situation escalated to a major emergency, prompting over 230 firefighters to shift to a defensive posture. The intense 2-hour battle to control the blaze left charred infrastructure and damaged equipment. A major accident occurred in Kaohsiung Port today. The location was at Port 2. At around 11:30 a.m., an Orient Overseas Company container ship collided with a Yangming shipping cargo ship and a bridge on the pier while passing by. The crane caused one crane to collapse and another to tilt, and also affected dozens of containers. The loss is estimated to be at least hundreds of millions. A boat fire near City Island unfolded as captured on camera. Emergency crews, including the FDNY fireboat, swiftly responded to the scene. The flames originating from the boat spread to a section of the pier, marked by several explosive incidents. Firefighters on foot arrived with hoses in hand, battling the fully engulfed vessel. While the situation is intense, there's no information regarding injuries. Another video of a boat fire in Dania Beach, Florida. Join the conversation with us, share your thoughts, and hit that subscribe button to receive our most up-to-date videos. At a construction site in the West District of Taichung City, a horrific incident occurred at around 11 a.m. A 55-ton crane overturned due to accidental operation. The boom was directly inserted into the construction site several feet deep, and the tires were dangling. Not only was it frightening, everyone at the scene and the cars passing by on the road were dumbfounded. Fortunately, the driver escaped in time and no one was injured. On June 5, 2014, a building collapse occurred in Philadelphia at 22nd and Market Streets. The incident involved the collapse of a 4-story building that was undergoing demolition. The Salvation Army thrift store, located adjacent to the building, was also affected. The incident was attributed to the improper demolition of the building, which led to the unstable conditions that contributed to the collapse. This event sparked discussions about the need for stricter regulations and oversight in the construction and demolition industry to prevent such tragedies in the future. 9 years ago, New York was gripped with the aftermath of a severe snowfall as roofs buckle under the immense weight. Communities affected by a lake effect storm witnessed the challenging task of snow removal, with structures like Smith's Autoglass and a former Rosa Super succumbing to roof collapses. Some signs of impending collapse, such as cracking and sagging, emphasize the danger of DIY snow removal. The sheer weight of the snow, equivalent to tons, poses risks, prompting warnings to wait for professionals. As the snow melts, there's concern about hidden damage and potential water seepage into homes. In an incident 2 years ago in North Philadelphia, a fire truck collided with a vacant building. The building, listed for sale, now raises concerns about its structural stability after the crash. Hope it's safe enough to continue to use. In March 2022, a car carrier catches fire in Pavilion. The tractor trailer and several cars were a total loss. A workover rig experienced a high-stakes blowout, sending tubing soaring into the air. The deafening roar of escaping pressure echoed across the site as the rig grappled with uncontrolled forces.
Hush. Allah doa, bangona çıkın pizuna.
This hazardous event unfolded as the team worked to maintain and enhance well productivity. The sudden eruption of tubing underscored the inherent risks of oil field operations, demanding swift and coordinated response to mitigate potential environmental and safety consequences in this volatile industrial landscape.
Thank you for staying with us throughout this incredible journey. We'd love to hear which moment resonated with you the most. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content. See you in the next video.